Why, hello there, folks, and welcome to another round of One Piece TCG Set 2. It's Dylan from Alternate Universes, and I almost said modern. That's right, I was doing modern content earlier, and my brain farted real hard. On the left, we have Cody Williams playing Edward Newgate, a.k.a. Whitebeard, a.k.a. the guy with 6,000 light or power and 6 life, and that's kind of ridiculous to me. And on the right, we got Pablo playing Zoro Aggro. That's right. These are the two red decks of the format. Now, I know people are going to say that Luffy is pretty good. I don't think Luffy's that good right now. Granted, what do I know? Now, Whitebeard, as I said, has 6 life and has 6,000 power, which is different than every other leader in the game. Nothing else has above 5 life currently, and I don't think any leader, even in like the Japanese meta, has more than 5,000 power, which is really big. It's really good on defense, right? Like pressuring your opponent with a naturally big leader is strong, but you're really doing that anyways when you buff your leader. It's really annoying when you're forcing your opponent to buff everything past that 5k breakpoint. So, for example, Zoro is a deck that plays a lot of like tiny little shitters and buffs them up to 5k. That way they can check on the leader. Well, if the leader is an extra 1,000 bigger, you have to make those creatures an extra 1,000 bigger. So you don't get to develop your board as much. You know, you have to throw Don onto your guys, or extra Don onto your guys. And it makes it a lot more interesting. It adds an element that is pretty unique to the game. Now, the downside to Newgate doesn't just have all of the benefits of the world. He does have a quote-unquote detracting ability where at the end of your turn, you take a damage, you just put a card from your life in your hand. Notably, it does not, you are not actually taking damage, you're just adding a card from your life to your hand, which is the verbiage that they use, which is important because if you were taking damage, you could theoretically trigger card or events from your life, but that is not the case. You're just adding the card. Ooh, we're going to Jet Pistols of Vanilla instead of making our board bigger. It's an interesting decision that might actually cost Pablo in the long run. Whitebeard is a deck that wants to get to the late game. A lot of their stuff very big. The top end 9-drop is a 10k that pops small dudes or singular dude. Though I did think that card was crazy at pre-release. I had read it and thought it popped 2 things, which I thought made sense because it's 2 Don on it for the ability. But hey, whatever. Now, talking about that Zoro deck, Zoro is basically the same thing that we've had since set 1, just a little bit better. The access to Curly Dan and Maki and there's a 1-drop in the set that on play gives a 1-drop plus 3k. I think that card's very good and kind of underrated. I feel like a 1k or a 1-drop that provides a 3k boost on play is a lot better rate than people think it is. And I don't know if people are taking that into account when they're doing their deck building. Granted, the Zoro deck is pretty tight. There is a lot to take into account for it. Like, there's just a lot of things that you have to play 4 of, like Curly, Sunny, Nami, arguably Jet Pistol, Vista. There's just a lot of good stuff in the deck. Alright, Pablo tossing 2 down onto Curly Dan here. We'll put it into 6k range. Probably going in and checking in at... What's interesting is if he's checking on the Luffy and trying to kill that instead of worrying about the leader. The Whitebeard playstyle is really nice. Like, you would think that taking a damage every turn is a detractor, but in most decks you're probably going to be taking that damage anyways, right? Like, your opponent's going to try and hit you, and you're going to want to draw cards. So Whitebeard just does it for you. You're going to draw a card for turn. You're going to play your dude. You're going to attack. And then you just get the draw card at the end of the turn. When they attack you, inevitably, hey, there's that card I was just talking about. When they inevitably attack you, if they're above your 6k breakpoint, you just combo a card from your hand. You protect yourself. Whitebeard Whitebeard just usually has a crap ton of cards. And then you play events like, I said Straw Sword, but that's a green card. What the hell's the name of the card? Guard Point? Some decks play Guard Point. There's two versions of Whitebeard. 2.5 versions. There's a more Straw Hat oriented build that's like mid-rangey. That's kind of like what Cody's playing right now, but I don't think Cody's playing the Nico Robbins. Like, some people go really hard on the Straw Hat cards. There is the Moby Dick version that plays the Stage card, and that is super all in on the Whitebeard stuff. Plays a lot of events, plays all the vanillas, plays Vistas, which Vista's just a good card. I think Cody's playing Vista in his build. I think every red deck is just playing Vista, if we're being honest with each other. And then there is a kind of like hybrid list, which is what Cody's on right now. Right, going to be swinging 7k here, punching in at face. Pablo will take it down to 2. Still trying to think of the name of the event card that I was thinking of. It's the one, Radical Beam, that's it. I was like, it's the one that, ooh, another Luffy coming in, punching in for 7k. Pablo takes the hit, down to 1. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the One Piece card game, welcome. If you're curious about... So Pablo, if he takes another damage, will go to 0. That does not mean he will lose the game. He must take 1 additional hit after going to 0 to lose. Which is a little different than most games in Dragon Ball Super. If you took your last life, you lost the game. I think Digimon, however, if you go to 0, you have to take 1 additional hit. It's been a while since I've played that game. Now, folks, if you want to come play One Piece with us, we do it every Monday at 7 o'clock at Alter Universe Blue Bell. We also do it at our other 2 locations in Wilmington, Delaware, and Holmes, PA, at different times of the week. I believe, we can check real quick. At Holmes, every Wednesday, we do One Piece. And at Wilmington, we do it every Thursday. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. However, we're going to be hosting a 1K event for One Piece at our Alternate Universes Wilmington location on Saturday, May 6th. You might ask what a 1K is. Well, we're going to be giving out $1,000 of store credit. First place will get $400. Second place, $200. Third and fourth get $100 each, and then fifth through eighth both all get $50 of store credit each. Now, if we have more than 34 players, we will add $30 store credit to the prize pool for each additional player. It'll be $30 to enter. It'll be Swiss rounds, best of 1, with a top 8 playoffs using best 2 out of 3 matches. 35-minute time rounds, because, you know, that's how One Piece is. And, yeah, it'll be a great time. I will either be streaming the event on Twitch at twitch.tv/alternatuniverse/live, or I'll be playing in it. I haven't decided which yet. I don't get to play the game too often, but I do also like making content and streaming it and all that jazz. It's just a good old time. So, make your way down there. Saturday, May 6th at Alternate Universes Wilmington. You can also see the fancy new Wilmington location that we have. It's really pretty. As pretty as a store can be. Gordon getting played here. Gordon will give a card minus 3k and return itself to the bottom of the deck. A Vista now getting played, going to pop that Luffy. Vista kills a 3k or less on play. And I think we just jet pistoled the second Luffy. So Pablo doing a little bit of board management here. Now, Cody should be going to 10 Don this turn, which means he has access to the 9-drop if he has it. And the 9-drop on play will increase your leader by 2k until the end of the next turn. And then has an attack trigger that really doesn't matter except for the tiny blockers. But Zoro lists have been playing less and less of those. Hey, there's that guy we were just talking about. So, bumps Cody's leader to 8k. Cody swinging in for 8. Pablo takes it down to 0. And now, Pablo's going to have a difficult time because he has to find a way to do... the other thing is that the 9-drop says that Cody doesn't have to take a life at the end of his turn. You don't have to take a life for effects, which is pretty big. Cody gets to sit here with 2 life and an 8k leader. Pablo has to do 3 damage while Cody has cards in hand, that's going to be very difficult. Because even with the Zoro ability buffing all of his dudes, they're all just still really tiny. So, like, the Vista is a 3k. You put a Don on Zoro, okay, puts him to a 4k. You still need to put 4 more Don on it just to make it even think about connecting with the leader. Which Cody then just discards a card, and it's no issue. And unfortunately, with Pablo being in 0, if Cody's able to untap, all he really has to do is throw 10 Don on Edward Newgate, the 9-drop, and just check for 20k. Not many decks could get out of that, and I don't think Zoro really can. The deck doesn't play that many counters. It's just streamlined to be very aggressive. So you're not going to see, like, Radical Beams or Thunderhawks. I don't even know if people are playing Thunderhawk in the mid-range D decks anymore. 2 for 4 might just be the rate that we abandon. Outside of, like, green, because Punk Gibson is a very good card. Alright, Pablo playing a 9-drop of his own will put his leader to 7k. However, I think still just not going to be enough. He would need to make up 14k. We're the combo. Put our leader to 6. Attacked in. Oh, quite know why. Cody does not have the counter here. Oh, yes he does. He has plus 2k from the thing. Ha-da-da-da. Alright, we're going to see that draw for turn. We're going to see an untap. And we're going to see all the Don getting picked up and swung onto the Whitebeard. That will be the game with Cody taking game 1. It's best of 1. Thank you for watching, folks, and have a great rest of your day.